Hello, my motor enthusiasts. The Williams team boss, James Vowles, is brimming with confidence that both their cars will be roaring down the track at the Japanese Grand Prix, putting their recent chassis shortage debacle firmly in the rearview mirror. You recall, they had to pull Logan Sargeant from the Australian Grand Prix because of a chassis shortage caused by Alex Albon's heavy crash during FP1. They've been burning the midnight oil, repairing the damaged chassis back at their factory, hoping to get their wheels spinning again at Suzuka. Despite the odds, they are determined to rise from the ashes of what Vowles described as a disaster. And whilst they might not have a spare chassis ready for Japan, their spirits remain undeterred. This is all part of the high-stakes, high-speed world of Formula One we know and love. So buckle up for what promises to be an adrenaline-pumping race at Suzuka. We're just getting started. I'm Enzo, your guide through the twists and turns of the Formula One world, and joining me is the well-versed and eloquent Mr. William, our expert commentator. We're your pit crew here on the F1 Motor Fever podcast, bringing you the daily rundown of all the breaking news, remarkable achievements, and high-octane drama from the world's fastest sport.
Pleasure to be here, Enzo. Always ready to dissect and discuss the intricacies of the sport we love.
Fantastic, William. Now, to all our listeners out there, do remember to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and drop a comment with your thoughts. Sharing our podcast with your mates and family helps us keep the wheels spinning here at the F1 Motor Fever podcast. Now, folks, hold on to your helmets. We've got some thrilling updates and insights that you wouldn't want to miss. Can you even believe what's happening at the Williams camp? We'll delve deeper into the nitty-gritty in a moment.
Oh, you've piqued my interest now, Enzo Watts.
Hey, as it should, William. This is the world of Formula One, where speed is the game and resilience the key. So let's go full throttle. So let's delve deeper into this. It's quite clear that the team is in a race against time to ensure both cars are ready for the upcoming Japanese Grand Prix. They've been working round the clock to get the damaged chassis back in shape. A massive task, to say the least.
You're spot on. But think about this. The team chose to put Albon in Sargeant's car after his crash, knowing that they didn't have a spare chassis. Shouldn't they have been prepared for such situations?
In an ideal world, yes, but let's not forget, this is Formula One. Accidents and surprise incidents are all part and parcel of it. It's far from ideal, but Albon was the more experienced driver.
True, but wouldn't it have been more prudent to have a backup plan in place? This is a sport where split-second decisions can make or break a race. It's not just about the drivers, it's about the entire team.
A valid point, I must admit. Yet I can't help but think that every situation is unique. You can't always have a perfect plan for every eventuality.
That's understandable, and it's okay to have different perspectives. That's what makes the sport and our discussions interesting. The key is to keep an open mind and consider all possibilities.
Absolutely. And I'll definitely ponder your viewpoint. After all, that's the beauty of this sport and our conversations, isn't it? We learn, we grow. And just to add some context for our listeners, the original plan for Williams was to have 3 chassis from the first round of the season. However, due to various delays, their intention gently slipped toward the 3rd round.
That's right. And with the current situation, there's going to be a slight delay again. But the good news is, they will have a spare chassis soon. It's a mammoth task, taking weeks of work and thousands of hours spent in composites to get it race ready.
Absolutely. And let's remember, despite these challenges, Williams are among the teams that, albeit not scoring a point across the opening rounds, have shown determination and resilience. A testament to the sport, don't you agree?
Undoubtedly. And you know what? This is what makes Formula One so intriguing. It's not just about the drivers or the races, it's about the whole team's effort. Every single detail matters, and everyone's contribution is crucial.
True words, my friend. And as we've seen, a slight miscalculation or an unforeseen circumstance can change the entire course of the game. But one thing is for sure, whether it's a high or a low, the teams face it head on, always striving towards their ultimate goal. That's the spirit of Formula One, the heart, if you will.
You couldn't have put it better. Always a silver lining in the midst of adversity. Now, that's a lesson for life, not just for the racetrack.
William, let's take a peek at what the internet is saying today, shall we?
Right, so here's a post by Roddy the Ruin. Quote, Fernando Alonso is pushing very hard to find out if he has a potential home at Red Bull for 2025, unquote.
Ha, sparks are flying, aren't they?
And listen to this, commercial bread loaf ads, quote, Alonso and Verstappen versus Hamilton and Leclerc. Now that's cinema. 2025 is looking up, unquote.
Aye, that would be a sight for sore eyes.
FreeP has a different take on this, saying, quote, good. Drivers following orders is boring. F1 needs more chaos and less reliability to shake things up race to race, unquote.
A touch of chaos does keep things interesting, doesn't it?
Oh, and you'll get a laugh out of this, Admiral Hipper says, quote, one is pleased with this development, unquote. A bit of the old world charm, eh?
Good old internet, always a source of entertainment. Keep 'em coming, William.
Here's another one. Antivirals muses, quote, I believe we're in for a banger of a season next year, but come 2026, someone will nail the new regs and it will just be like the 2021-2022 transition, unquote.
Always the future seers, aren't they? Well, only time will tell. Our job is to sit back, wait, and enjoy the ride. And that's a wrap, folks. Once again, from the depths of the world of Formula One to your ears, we've enjoyed every minute of this ride. Don't forget to engage with us, whether by subscribing, activating those notifications, leaving a comment, or sharing our podcast with your fellow racing enthusiasts.
Indeed. And remember, there's no such thing as too much Formula One chatter. So why not let F1 Motor Fever podcast be the topic of conversation at your next social gathering? We're here every day, serving up the latest and greatest in F1 news and analysis.
We appreciate your time and support. It truly means the world to us. We can't wait to dive into more fascinating topics in our next episode.
That's right. We've got some thrilling discussions on the horizon. But until then, keep your seatbelts fastened, petrol heads. Pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road. Our channel's content is pure gold.